What is good? What is good? We are back for another DBD video, and this time we're playing in the middle of the Haunted by Daylight event, which is kind of the discussion I kind of want to have in the middle of this video. I am personally feeling that this event has just been a bit underwhelming. There's not really a lot going on in it. The gameplay, there's not an awful lot happening. It doesn't feel very Halloween-y this year. Even the extra area, the void, it looks really cool, but there's not really a point in going in there. And even in the gameplay that we're going to see here, I myself did not go in there with any purpose at all. I know that there's the item, the little smoke grenade that survivors can get, and there's an item that killers can get that sends out like a spectral ghost out forward to do an attack. But overall, right now I feel very underwhelmed by the Haunted by Daylight event this year, but we'll talk about it a bit more while the gameplay's going on in the back. This is the build I'm going to be running. We're going to be using the Blighted Pig, which keep an eye out towards the end of the video. Alright? End of the video, there's a little bit of a moment with this skin that just, wow. But yeah, let's just get straight into this video. Let's get straight into the game. It's a fun one. That's all I'll say. It's a fun one. I do load in with the Macmillan estate, which, like, it's a flip of a coin sometimes when I'm just like, yeah, do I like this map? Am I playing a killer that's good enough with it? I will straight up off the bat as well say that the survivors I was playing against were very, very good. Very good. I was on my toes the entire match. Instantly rocking up here to the shack, and people already knew I was there. I just want to say, that spawn for the void there in the door frame of the shack is genuinely one of the most annoying things I've come across in this event. And I've had it a few times. It's in the doorway, so when you're coming in that direction, it's really difficult to see what's going on in there. And yes, I realize how absolutely sweaty my build is, by the way. I realized I had it on, I'm running it, I was going to mess around with some other stuff and see if I could make a different video, but then I was just playing games and I was like, you know what? The Haunted by Daylight event has been out a couple of days and I've not had a video on it, so I should probably record a video and talk about it. And here it is. But yeah, I'm not vibing with it this year. Like, the only reason I'm even playing the game in the event mode is because there's a couple of extra blood points to gather from the pumpkins or opening up the void rifts, I suppose. Like, that's literally it. There's challenges and stuff to be done. Other than that, I'd probably just be playing the normal game mode. And I treat it like it is, other than a couple of extra pumpkins. I treat the game basically like it is. I could have got hit there on the Hattie as well if I just swung. That's my own fault. I kind of got a bit bamboozled and I get myself a pallet stun on the head for it because I should have hit her and I would have freaked her out. And then I basically mined the game myself while Hattie's made an escape off to my right. I don't know. I feel like, especially for Halloween in a horror game, I know their anniversary events are usually pretty good, and I like this year's one. And I know they're doing a lot of stuff with mods like 2v8s and chaos shuffles and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot going on in Dead by Daylight. But when it comes to your Halloween event for a horror game, I kind of expected a bit more. Also, completely mind gaming myself here, which is a lot. The game is not fantastic, but it comes together. I start to clean it up a little bit. I start off rough and it cleans up a little, I promise. But the entire way through this gameplay, there's no use of the abilities. There's no point, especially as killer. You go into the void as killer during a Halloween event, you're just letting survivors just do gens while you're not even on map. Like, you're not putting any pressure into the game at all. Which is fine if you're playing it to just meme and mess about and whatever, but like, I haven't even went into the void and I lost 2 gens here. You know what I mean? I don't know, and the ability is a little strong if you use it, which I have used it a couple of times. The spectral ghost, you spit it out, you can basically 2-tap people, which on itself is a problem. But I don't know, there's just not enough going on in the game for it to be a really cool Halloween event, I guess. And I know there's been some worse events throughout DBD, there's been some better ones. This one just felt really underwhelming. It just feels like right now in the middle of basically Castlevania's chapter, the anniversary, and into whatever is next. This dropping in the middle of it just feels really weak. And I don't know. I honestly, I don't even know what other like content creators are saying, because I myself haven't really got to check out other people talking or if they're enjoying it. I've not really been in a lot of streams or checking out videos since this one has started, because I've just been doing other things. And I don't know. It's just, maybe it's just me. Hey, if I'm in the minority here and you guys are like, hey, we're loving it and this is really cool and we love the abilities and the smoke grenade, which if you drop it, there's a good like 70% chance the killer's going to see your outline in the smoke anyway and get a hit on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like on stream, there's been a whole bunch of games that I've played where I'll walk into the smoke cloud and I'll just see the person in there anyway. So it wouldn't even make a difference that they've thrown it. It might disorient, and there's a bit in here where I get disoriented. But like, it's not a very good ability. And it's not worth jumping out of the map to go into the next area to get the grenade and then come back in. It's... I don't know. But the game is going pretty well. I've picked it up now a little bit. Also, the blighted pig skin is really, really cool. Getting into this chase here. Now, this was where I had the problem with the rift. Right in the door. So, like, only for she vaulted there, right? If she hadn't vaulted there, I'd have had no actual clue where she went. Because I could not see a thing. She could have went into it. She could have ran past it and into a corner. No idea. And that placement right there. Like, right there, somebody goes into it, and I heard them. But I wouldn't have been able to see them. I just swung in the hope that I'd hit them before they got into it. Like, some of the placements of them are really annoying. Like, it's okay to be in a loop. Like, in a T&L wall or whatever other kind of tiles you want to put it into. But putting it in the doorway or, like, in the way of a window. Like, right on a window where you basically, if they're looping in and that is right there, you're not going to be able to see. That's kind of annoying. But... the game's not going too bad now. I'm starting to pick it up. We got somebody in the basement. I've got 3 people wearing traps right now in the middle of a chase. Plaything is up as well. I like this build. I know it's very gen heavy, but I just like it. It just takes the pressure off of playing pig a little bit, because once you get a little bit of progress going, it's a lot of pressure that starts to build up. And especially with the add-ons, less of a timer and they can't see the boxes until the trap is started. It just puts a lot of pressure on survivors as pig. Seen that one going in for the Sabo as well, which is pretty good teamwork. Like right there, seen it, then they're just gone. But overall, I don't know. There's just something about it that just feels like it could have been more. Even the skins that are there to be won through the rift, they're just like, is that it? Like, we didn't do a lot. Which I hate to say, because usually, again, anniversary and Halloween are usually the 2 events that I'm like fully in for. The Christmas one is usually a big meme, very funny. I don't know, it just, I don't like being the Mr. Negative that's pulling at like a loose thread, I suppose. But I can't help it. Every time, even on stream when I'm playing DBD, it just feels like I'm playing normal games, because there's no point in going into the Void as killer unless you really want to force using the ability. There's not a point going in there. And blood points, there's not even that many blood points going around. And there's not a lot of blood points gained from going into the Void to do anything. So I don't know. And I don't even know what I could say they could have done. Could have they just made more blood points going around? Could have made the abilities a little bit more cooler? Because like the killer ability, if it's used right, it's very strong. The survivor one, I think, is really bad. There's like only random situations where they'll get a good use, which we will see in a minute. Like throughout this video, the Hattie right here that I do chase, she manages to pull out a grenade play at one play. But like that's it. I don't know. I'm just hoping that the next chapter is a good chapter, because other than that, we're going to be looking like going into a bit of a mill again before we get a pickup, where we've had a bit of an untalked about event with this, because I've not seen a lot of hype about this one. And I don't know opinions, and anybody that watches the video, please feel free to let me know in the comments if you watched this far to just talk about it. I've not seen a lot of opinions, and that's usually a bad sign, because during events, my socials are usually very, very full of clips, videos, discussions, talk. Should we change this? Should we do this? Nobody really cares. From my own point, again, some other interactions and communities have probably been talking an awful lot about it, but in my own little bubble, I suppose, nobody's overly impressed or having an awful lot of fun with it. It's just there, which is kind of sad. You want, again, Halloween event after the anniversary event, you want the two of those to be your most fun ones, but to be like a little bit more positive about, maybe it's because they have all these other game modes and they're working on those, so this is just feeling like an event to put on. Very good Dead Hard there. Oh, like that Dead Hard was near perfect there. But maybe they've got so many other things going on that these kind of events maybe just fall back a little bit. But I don't know. I'm not gonna try and put words into behavior devs' mouths or try and make excuses or any answers for them. Whatever the situation is or whatever they're doing with events. And maybe some people watching this video are going to be like, Bex, you're chatting absolute muck because this has been one of the most fun events I've played. But I don't know. Poor Meg as well. She got so caught there really, really badly. And then we had somebody trying to come in and be savior. Down to one gen as well. Like the team I'm playing against here played very, very well. But on top of that, throughout the game, I didn't really hear a lot of people going into the void. There's a couple of instances of it, but it wasn't like, oh, we're doing a gen and I'm going to run into the void and get a grenade an awful lot. Like it never felt like that. And it hasn't ever felt like that throughout the event. But we got our first kill, which is good. We got our first kill. Meg is gone, and I catch the saber. Like right now, Hattie's gone in to the void. I can see that, and this is where she manages to get the grenade that will prove my points about grenades terribly wrong, because she does get me with it. But it's again, as a look, there's a second area. You should go for it. Why not go into the second area? There's just not a lot to do in there. There's not a lot of a point. Sable there trying to stop me from tunneling out the Talia, which got her in some trouble itself, which is good teamwork, because I probably would have went and chased the Talia even though she's got a trap on, which probably would have just been more useful to me. But right here, this Hattie was actually a nightmare. Like, genuinely a nightmare every time I bumped into her. But there it is, right? She drops it, and I'm like, right, I can kind of make out a noise, and then I lost her. But, like, again, a good maybe 7-8 times out of 10, you'll walk into that cloud, and you'll just see the survivor in there. Which I did see her running on the right there after the cloud. But, like, again, a good 7-8 times out of 10 you're going to walk into that cloud right behind the survivor and you're just going to see their outline. I tried to like push Talita there and then she ran off, so I was like, right, I'm just going to turn to disable and just get the kill, just get it done, get her out. But that was the one time in a long ass time that I've been playing in the event now where somebody managed to get a good perfect getaway from using the smoke grenade, because sometimes you either do the smoke grenade and you can see them, or you'll just hear them moving out of it and you follow them. And unfortunately, our Talita just got caught with me, and I honestly as well, I was just after having a stream before this game. I was just after having a stream where it was people just giving up all the time and just not really like playing the game. And then off stream I'd played against a streamer that was really, really toxic towards me, because supposedly I had been stream sniping them, even though I got dragged over in a raid because I went to check out when I seen them in the lobby. Also, look how cute they were. They were trying to boop the Snoop. Now, here is where we need to see what's happening. What's going on with the skin? What's going on with my skin in the morning? What was happening? But yeah, I had a bit of a streamer who was being a bit toxic to me because I checked out one of his friends before the game and I got brought into the raid because they raided into the other guy and then they were like, "Oh, you were watching the stream," which I wasn't. They were all playing head-on builds in Dead Dog Saloon because they both brought the map and they were hitting me with them, but I had no idea. But I brought the energy from that into this game, so I probably should have let the Hattie live because they played very well. They gave me the boobs, but then I wouldn't have seen the broken pig. What's going on with that? Why is the pig skin broken? I have no idea. You do the Mori as the blighted pig, and it just starts to chop you up into little blocks. But yeah, I don't know. You guys, anybody that's checking this out, please comment, like. The videos have been doing great lately, and I appreciate anybody that's coming back and watches multiple videos. I'm having a lot of fun just doing them. I know they're not amazing quality or anything like that, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Please like, please comment, tell me what you think about the new Haunted by Daylight event, if you're enjoying, if you're not enjoying it. And we're probably slowly climbing towards the next DLC, so I'm excited for that. That's going to be me. I'll see you guys maybe in the next video. Who knows? And yeah, that's going to be it. Peace.